Hello everyone, Death Stimulator here, bringing you some more naval action. So, we're going to be attacking a bell pool first up today. Just a quick one-on-one, hopefully get it resolved fairly rapidly. As these are a similar class of ship, I believe I'm slightly outgunned. Or does frigate have 19 as well? It's terrible, I can't remember. No, frigate has 19 as well, so we're not even outgunned, and we'll be using carronades, which gives us a nice little bit of an advantage close up. It's interesting. Hadn't noticed the discrepancy in the plank coloration there before. Do we have something similar? Nope, ours is very much the same. Uniform across the board. Mind you, our chasers are up on deck. Yeah, there they are. We don't have the nice little ports keeping all our guns level. Should probably look at firing these at some point. So we're actually going to cut out fairly rapidly here, try and get our shots off from our starboard and then mix it up to the port side. Very nice grouping, actually. Almost all our shots hitting this one section of their ship. Though it has ended up costing us a little bit in terms of our side armour. And as you can see, the damage is quite comparable now between the carronades and the mediums. Especially because ships are now equipped with reasonable guns, whereas before they would only use ball shot and they were often equipped with the lightest guns they could carry. So things like ballooners in particular were all carrying nothing but, I think, class 9 guns or something like that, which are only like 6-pounders or something. In any case, it was rather silly. And not particularly challenging or interesting. Whereas one of my previous videos recently, we were actually in a little bit of danger of sinking, which was rather amusing. And it will happen. We tend to be fairly casual with a lot of these matches, especially against the AI. We'll expose ourselves a little bit here. Once again, raking shots, not a major issue for us. Also, if we actually switch things up, we're not just going to keep getting our starboard side bombarded. Trying to avoid having just one side take damage. And ideally you want to take as little damage as possible in general, but when you've got to, it's probably best to spread it around. That is some serious dispersion. Just got to make sure we get closer to them. So they have popped their repair, I believe. Yeah, there it is.
User joined your channel.
This should let us clean them up quite nicely. One of the big things is just not losing your guns. The last match that I had against similar sized ships, I ran into a lot of trouble later on just because I didn't have the guns anymore. Wasn't putting out a decent amount of damage. There we go. Not a bad little spot of damage. Ideally we'll be reloaded by the time we get close enough. May have to just hold our turn a little bit. That's unfortunate. We'll pop repair here, as we've taken quite a bit of a beating. Once again on that one side, my other side is almost entirely untouched. And ever since they changed up the patches so that shots penetrate to the opposite side less, that's been a big issue for me. Because it's far more noticeable that I'm getting hit on one side and not the other. Well, that should wrap it up. Hopefully though we will continue to sync with the already displayed rapidity. And there we go. Almost. Well, we'll move on from here and probably pedal around a bit. Double check where we are. I think we're somewhere around Plymouth. We might head south from here. See you all shortly. Hello everyone, and we're back. Unfortunately, we were trying to head downwind to reach Plymouth, and we've been jumped by a Belle Poule coming out of port. So with nowhere to go, we're probably going to have to leg it. Unfortunately, it looks like it's got longs equipped. So we might not be able to get away. I'd like to fight it, but it doesn't actually need to get close to us. So I'll try running it at a bit of an angle, and if it gets closer to us, then I'll engage it. Bit of a shame. Not much you can do when you're downwind and, yeah, something comes out of a port at you. But that's the danger of going into a neutral-esque port. So we can reach it with standard ball shot. Unfortunately, we don't have rear chasers, so those aren't going to work there. Well, not when he's got the if if he's got the wind. Alright. That's fine. I'm a little bit nervous because I think he's Swedish. I wasn't actually paying that much attention, but there is another Swedish Belle Poule in sight of this battle. I'm not too keen on that if they join. But no, he's coming up fairly close to us. That's cool. I'm happy to fight that. I was a bit worried that he might hit us up at range with his longs, which would put us in a rather shabby spot. Now, I think the Belle Poule has slightly more guns on its lower deck. So it may be able to do a little bit more damage to us. Now, I could have turned so that... no, I think he's actually done slightly more damage to me. Marginally more, at any rate. And yeah, that's an interesting note, because he's using longs, but we've got carronades. It is actually rather strange thinking about it. Now, I popped a repair before we came into this battle, primarily due to the fact that we had damage to parts of our ship. Our side was injured fairly badly and that sort of stuff. I honestly can't remember I think they're 18s. I'll have to double check. I'll let them know after the match. Oh dear, I think our shots went a little high, and it may have cost us a bit. Getting clipped on the exchange there isn't helping. Well, this is very interesting. We're almost going 1-for-1. Things are slightly in their favour, though. Just throwing some shots up there. As you can see, nothing overly effective. Quite nice, actually, to be able to get a fight. Haven't had a reasonable one in ages. At least against a player. Oof, those ricochets. Not sure who's come off better in that one. We got decent shots off against their rear section, but we didn't do as much damage to their side. Just a random little blast. We've done a little bit of damage to the sails, not enough to significantly alter the outcome. But enough that we might be able to play this fairly close to the chest. So, ramming. Not the best, but simultaneously, not always the worst. We're looking to a minute before we pop our repair. And unfortunately, due to the position we got ourselves in, that hasn't worked out, which is a shame. Oh, I've got the wrong angle, I think. Rats. Oh, looks like we were stuck turning a little bit there. Yeah, I'm just waiting for our left side to get reloaded.
User joined your channel.
Alright, we're going to take a hit here. But I'm hoping this will let us get into a better position. Nope, I lied. That didn't work out at all. Alright, there we go. We're not in the greatest position, but our carronades are starting to pay off a little bit. We should ideally have our reloads up. Alright, so with us having done the majority of the damage there, their ship's probably not in a good way. They may actually be able to reload faster than us, though. Haven't really had the opportunity to check this. See how this exchange goes. Carronades. Kind of similar to longs up to a point. I don't know about the armor, but Well, I'm happy to let him go. He was decent enough to ask if I wanted to fight, and happy to. Yeah. Whew. Tough match. Very interesting. I hope you enjoyed. We'll wrap it up here for today. As usual, it has been Death Stimulator. Thank you very much for watching. If you do enjoy the video, do let us know. And please consider liking, commenting, favouriting, or subscribing, as your support does mean the world to me. I'll see you all next time.